Right, time to move on. Okay? I seem to have run into a bit of a problem here. Hold on. Need to figure out what's going on. Sorry about that. A program in the background was trying to update while I was recording and it messed things up a bit. Thankfully, it doesn't look like we missed anything important as I was trying to record. Or really much of anything, since we kind of froze up there entirely. Darn. Was kind of hoping to get to that health pickup as well. Well, they've certainly got plenty of buzzsaws around here. Feels like this area is loving the idea of throwing a lot of high-speed problems at us. Right. Definitely predictable that I ate a lot of that crap. There's a reason that I'll never go into any bullet hell games at all. Those games tend to make you very fragile. And on a 2D plane, it's somehow easier for me to feel overwhelmed by a whole lot going on than I would be in a 3D game. Not that I can think of any 3D bullet hell games. That's probably just a 2D game genre. Certainly have to say, when those things blow up, it's certainly prettier than the usual fireballs we see when things blow up in various other games. Is it bad that I feel like less realistic looking explosions are nicer to look at? This certainly looks like it's going to be interesting. Well, gotta admit, that's kind of an intimidating sight. Not even sure why. Right, good to know we're supposed to shoot those balls. Not that any of those things seem to be on our current plane for some reason. I've got the distinct feeling I'm gonna get chewed up in here. Right, so a way to avoid them blowing up in our faces is just not shoot them or touch them. Kinda predictable, but still nice to know. Okay, so instead of shooting the balls, we're supposed to get them to bounce into the statue things I've been curious about for most of the game. Interesting. But what happens when we do shoot them? Well, that's certainly an interesting effect. Not sure what that would do to Samus, but at the very least seeing all those enemies grayed out and their husks laying on the ground like that, it's certainly pretty effective to make me not want to be in the blast radius. Nice to know that one of those things being exploded doesn't damage the ball in the least. Definitely liking the puzzles that are being thrown at us right now. Certainly more thought put into the ball bouncing thing than just bombing various bits of ground and then jumping a few times. Well, that is certainly a surprise. Bit hilarious that the big guy didn't strike at us until I made the first shot. Part of me wants to say the big guy was nervous about initiating combat with us, considering all the other Metroids we've killed by now. Do those explosions even do anything to the Metroid? Because it looks like the main thing they're doing to us is temporarily disabling the cannon on our arm. I keep thinking that the balls there are doing some kind of damage to the Metroid, but it's just as likely it's doing absolutely nothing at all. Yeah, definitely getting the sense I'm making this fight a lot harder on myself than it strictly needed to be. And apparently some of the Metroid's attacks can trigger the balls as well. Again, really wish we had some kind of health bar for the enemy we're fighting. Wonder why that's only a thing in the Metroid Prime games. Or at least as far as I can remember. I'd have certainly appreciated seeing enemy health in the 2D games, that's for sure. Of course, I still have to fight my way through the 2D games in order to reach the 3D ones in this series. Bloody hell, I'm not liking how close to death I am here. Yeah, think I'm losing this one. Holy shit! That was literally as close as you could possibly cut it! Yeah, not comfortable heading forward if we run into another T-Rex and I'm in this kind of shape. As a side note, I like the fact that the blue balls are the same size as Samus in Morph Ball mode. Makes it easier for me to believe in later games various devices can fuse our Morph Ball mode with something that can power a device. Though that still makes it annoying that we can't power those devices in this game. Okay, seems that thing leads to a different area altogether. Kind of hoping the next few Metroids we run into aren't, the T-Rexes. Okay, go through one quick path just to enter another one immediately after. Odd way to slow us down, but I suppose I've seen odder things in this series so far. And again, it's not like we're going out of our way to try beating any kind of speed record here. Dear God, those buzzsaws really don't give you a lot of time to react to them, do they? I mean, sure, makes sense that buzzsaws are fast, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna get annoyed considering we can't even see them until they're too close for me to react in time to dodge. Though, that probably has more to do with my iffy reaction times than these things being especially brutally fast. those mines certainly have me worried. Well, at least the ball can bounce past the bastards without setting any of them off. Now, if only I knew where we're supposed to try bouncing this thing. Eesh! That was certainly painful. Okay, can we even get this thing to bounce in a way that it goes over that wall? Shit, wrong direction. Yeah. This is definitely gonna be a pain in the ass to pull off. Such a pain in the ass, in fact, that I think I'm gonna give up on it for now and see what the hell is on the other side of that door anyway. Well, at least the save point will heal our damage. That's a bit of relief. And for some reason now my mind is wandering to the game No More Heroes, where the player character literally saves by going to the toilet and taking a crap. I'm not even sure why, since this game doesn't really share any qualities with that game, other than maybe the fact that both were made for Nintendo systems. Possibly just getting a little punch drunk this far into the game. At the very least, I'm pretty sure we're past the halfway point. Now, if only I could get some sense of just how much more we're gonna have to do before we reach the final boss. Also, wish I had some idea of why I keep feeling the need to set those things off when I know there are probably ways to get around them without possibly being damaged. I swear I just have far too many gaming instincts that aren't quite right for this particular style of game, even if I am enjoying it. Anyway, we found a slot, so let's get a ball down there. Pretty fun to watch the ball bounce its way down. Partly because I'm a little amazed this game has enough of a physics engine to let the ball bounce like that. And there we go. Here's hoping there's another Metroid in here somewhere. Bloody hell, a room of nothing but floating mines? That's rather intimidating. Kind of a relief we didn't have to fight anything in there. I'd ask why there's so many mines around here, but then it's not like the obstacles in our way have made all that much sense for the entire game. Oh dear, not so sure the screw attack is the best thing to gain when there are so many things to make moving around in the air pretty damn dangerous. So screw attacking the mines destroys them without setting them off. That's certainly quite a weight off my shoulders. I'm afraid the screw attack isn't going to be all that helpful with the sheer amount of water we're going to have to deal with in this area. Definitely funny to just ram into buzzsaws and the buzzsaws lose the crash. Okay, apparently we can't go into the right just yet for some odd reason. Well, at the very least, saving after getting the screw attack feels like a reasonable idea. Would be a bit annoying to have to grab it again due to any number of things happening to us. Okay, somehow wasn't expecting to see this many of the damn Metroids in the same damn room. It's a bloody convention in here. I'm not even sure why I set off that power bomb, since it didn't do anything to these guys at all. Right, to the left in the area after that quick and dirty brawl. Part of me hopes it's two in the same room. The other is a little worried that those two are both going to be T-Rexes, and they're, well, actually going to be in the same room like I'm hoping they are. It certainly wouldn't feel any more absurd than what we just had to fight through, though I will grant you it would feel a hell of a lot harder to deal with. Right. Not really surprised that the screw attack doesn't let us break through bubbles. Still, it was worth a try. And now I'm a little annoyed that the screw attack can't just break through things regular bombs can break through. Well, at least this is a new hallway. Right. Apparently a lot of shortcuts in here. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother counting just how many shortcuts are in this hallway. And I'll start trying them once I'm sure we've checked the areas that don't require we zip to some unknown location. Sure. Being within walking distance of something familiar, and being an unknown distance from where we currently are, doesn't really make too much of a difference since we're still just exploring. And when I'm generally stubborn enough to not pull back if things get desperate until everyone in his room is dead, it's not like it really matters if we're in familiar or unfamiliar ground when I run into trouble anyway. Okay, so this is a partially explored massive chamber. Probably shouldn't have let myself drop back into the water. And how predictable, the screw attack isn't working at all underwater. Probably has something to do with the fact that the attack is generally portrayed with electricity around us. Wonder if the gravity suit is gonna let the screw attack work underwater if it's only something that can work in the open air. Right. Of course I wasn't able to grab that health item like that. At least I got it that time. Now to climb our way out of here. Right. Now to get back to exploring the areas we can get to without having to deal with this game's water physics. Apparently we need the spider ball to get to that particular missile upgrade. Not really in the mood to do something like that at the moment, though. If I was, then I wouldn't be doing all I can to stay out of the water at the moment. Wait. The ball that powers things still spawns even after there's a ball set in the thing that turns the power on? Kind of strange, but not what I would call really a bad thing, just something to keep in mind if I'm ever in the mood to start spraying shots in a room that has a respawning energy ball. Sorry, didn't think that'd shove us out of the room. Not that it slowed us down by any major amount, just that it was a little embarrassing. Right, so that shortcut didn't lead anywhere we haven't already been to before. Though since we needed the screw attack to break through the wall, it's understandable why we couldn't find the other end of that shortcut before now. Okay, just need to get this thing down from here. Right, may the fall of the ball begin. Well, that certainly wasn't very encouraging. Oh, come on. That looks like it should have dropped down considering how it's tilted. And that does it. Another bit of power granted to a section of the facility. Not that I know what that ball affected. Probably not the route we're supposed to take after getting that ball into position. Well, at least I've got the chance to grab some more health before we move on, for whatever that's worth. How the hell did I get caught off guard by that when we've been through this hallway a few times already? In this very clip! Not even sure why I'm checking this area when the minimap has already said we've grabbed everything in this hallway. Great! As if I needed more evidence that I need to take a break for a bit. Bit of advice, if you notice yourself doing something absolutely random and it makes little to no sense, and it's probably because you've been gaming a bit too late at night and need to call it a day right there. Okay, so me being a little flaky at the moment, let us find a pretty well-hidden missile upgrade. pain in the ass to get up there, but at least I'm not so out of it at this point that I couldn't find my way up to the upgrade. Though I'm apparently out of it enough to try getting out of a way I should damn well know is a dead end considering we've been here before. Let's just get out of this corner and go to a bloody save point soon. Right. Of course I didn't go straight for the save point that was just one room away. Why do that when this room hasn't been fully explored after all? Okay, why in the hell did I go back in here instead of to the save point? Ah, so I'm going back through the shortcut instead of just going for the very close-by save point. I should probably get into the practice of checking ahead in the footage to know what I'm doing next, but I kinda like the fact that when I finally get around to commenting on footage, I end up seeing the occasional surprise. Helps keep working on the various commentaries entertaining for me, and I hope that translates to the LPs themselves feeling entertaining to watch. Okay, so apparently all those shortcuts are just to take us to areas we've already thoroughly explored. I suppose that's rather nice if we're trying to grab some scattered upgrades that weren't available to us the last time we were in the area for some reason. Though considering this game's layout is a good deal more linear than Zero Mission or Super Metroid, it's probably not as useful as it probably was meant to be. Sure, there are plenty of twists and turns in our route, but for the most part we've been going constantly forward. And the biggest reason we've had to head backwards to any degree so far was just for the sake of finding the next path forward after clearing a given area. Well, at least in this area it looks like there are some upgrades we could grab. And I've got the distinct feeling the one in here I skipped over because it wanted us to do some precision speed boost jump or something. Let's just save and take a break for now.